Hi, students. I'm going to read chapter 4, and you can watch it and listen more than once. Um, Answer the questions as they come up during the video. And at the beginning of class on Tuesday, we will have a very short quiz about this chapter. Chapter 4, because geometry is not a country somewhere near France. I was 14, and it was my first day of high school. I was happy about that, and I was most especially excited about my first geometry class. I am in love with the right angles of buildings. When I was a baby, I'd crawl under my bed and snuggle into a corner to sleep. I wonder what snuggle means. I think I need to look that up. I just felt warm and safe, leaning into two walls at the same time. When I was 8, 9, and 10, I slept in my bedroom closet with the door closed. I only stopped doing that because my big sister Mary said I was acting like a baby. That ruined the whole closet thing. My sister is good at ruining things. After high school, my sister just froze. Froze means when you stop moving completely, like you're paralyzed, like you don't know what to do. Like if you're afraid of something, you freeze. Yeah? So after high school, my sister just froze. She didn't go to college, didn't get a job, didn't do anything. Kind of sad, I guess. But she's also beautiful and strong and funny. She is the prettiest and strongest and funniest person who ever spent 23 hours a day alone in a basement. That word basement, I think that might be a vocabulary word. This is a picture of Mary, his sister. She has a tattoo. She is so crazy and random that we call her Mary Runs Away. I'm not like her at all. I'm steady. I'm excited about life. I'm excited about school. Rowdy and I, remember who Rowdy is? This is his best friend. Rowdy and I are planning on playing high school basketball. Last year, Rowdy and I were the best players on the 8th grade team. But I don't think I'll be a very good high school player. Rowdy is probably going to start varsity as a 9th grader. Varsity is like the best team in the high school. But I figure the bigger and better kids will crush me. I'm a little worried that Rowdy will start to hang around with the older guys and leave me behind. I'm also worried that he'll start to pick on me too. I'm scared he might start hating me as much as all the others do. But I'm more happy than scared. And I know that the other kids are going to make fun of me for being so excited about school. But I don't care. I was sitting in a freshman classroom. Freshman means 9th grade. I was sitting in a freshman classroom at Wellpinit High School, that's the name of his school, when Mr. P walked in with a box full of geometry textbooks. And let me tell you, Mr. P is a weird-looking dude. But no matter how weird he looks, the absolute weirdest thing about Mr. P is that sometimes he forgets to come to school. Can you imagine if your teachers just forgot to come to school? What would it be like if I forgot to come to class one day? You'd be like, "Where's Miss Julia?" This is what Mr. P looks like. He's very short. Oh, look, he's only 4 feet tall. He's bald. That means he doesn't have any hair. Food stains. He has stains on his shirt. Very skinny. Big head. Let me repeat that. Mr. P sometimes forgets to come to school. Yep, we have to send a kid down to the teacher's housing behind the school to wake Mr. P, who's always falling asleep in front of his TV. That's right. Mr. P sometimes teaches class in his pajamas. He's a weird old guy. But most of the kids like him because he doesn't ask too much of us. I mean, how can you expect your students to work hard if you show up in your pajamas and slippers? But Mr. P, he's just sleepy. Mostly, I think Mr. P is a lonely old man who used to be a lonely young man. And for some reason I don't understand, lonely white people love to hang around lonelier Indians. All right, kids, let's get cracking. That means let's get started, right? Let's get cracking, Mr. P said as he passed out the geometry books. How about we do something crazy and start on page 1? I grabbed my book and I opened it up. I wanted to smell it. Heck, I wanted to kiss it. Yes, kiss it. That's right. I am a book kisser. Maybe that's kind of perverted, or maybe it's just romantic and highly intelligent. But my lips and I stopped short when I saw this written on the inside cover, right, where you would write your name on a textbook. This book belongs to Agnes Adams. Okay, now, you're probably asking yourself, who is Agnes Adams? Well, let me tell you. Agnes Adams is my mother. My mother. And Adams is her maiden name. That means it was her name before she got married. When women in the United States get married, sometimes they change their name to the name of their husband. Okay? So maiden name is your name from before. Adams is her maiden name. So that means my mother was born an Adams. That was her name when she was a child, right? And she was still an Adams when she wrote her name in that book. And she was 30 when she gave birth to me. Yep. So that means I was staring at a geometry book that was at least 30 years older than I was. I couldn't believe it. How horrible is that? My school and my tribe are so poor, so sad, that we have to study from the same darn books our parents studied from. That is absolutely the saddest thing in the world. And let me tell you, that old, decrepit geometry book hit my heart with the force of a nuclear bomb. My hopes and my dreams floated up in a mushroom cloud. What do you do when the world has declared nuclear war on you? I threw that book across the classroom and it hit Mr. P in the face. That's the end of chapter 4. A great thing to do if you'd like to practice your pronunciation is to watch the video again and read with me out loud, right? Practice your pronunciation at home, okay? Good luck on the little quiz on Tuesday. See you guys soon.